Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. Still reading with the Deviant Moon Tarot today because I'm reading on some strange behaviour, disturbing behaviour in my opinion, from Harry and Meghan. It's Harry's turn in the previous reading, his trip to Angola. Now it's Meghan's turn and she or her disruptor PR team, more likely them, at her instigation, I speculate, have put out what I feel is a very disturbing article about Princess Charlotte. And they really are going all out with this royal adjacent thing that they're trying to claw back and trying to make themselves relevant again. And this very disturbing, in my opinion, article about Princess Charlotte claims that she's already acting like Meghan Markle. This is after her appearance at Wimbledon, which went down. It was a smash hit with the Wimbledon crowd and with people reading about it afterwards. And it tells us there's a photo even to prove this, that Charlotte is already acting like Meghan Markle. Now, this is the child that Meghan allegedly bullied so terribly over the dress fittings for her wedding that the fallout started, and the end of the Fab Four and the end of Harry and Meghan as working royals all started way back then because of her bullying, her alleged bullying of Princess Charlotte, alleged jealousy and resentment. So I'm going to quote a bit from this article. It says, from the initial greeting to the event staff to her behaviour in the box, she showed naturalness. One image, but it's terribly written, it's appalling English, but anyway, one image in particular captured everyone's attention for its precision and elegance. And then it goes on to say that Charlotte's way of sitting, looking and smiling reminded everyone of Meghan Markle. Disturbing or not? I find it incredibly disturbing, and I'm sure that Kensington Palace finds it incredibly disturbing too, that a woman, I would say in my opinion quite a dangerous woman, is now suddenly turning her sights on Princess Charlotte. She turned her sights on the Princess of Wales she turned her flying monkey sights on the Princess of Wales when she was so ill 18 months ago now. Princess Charlotte and her sights. I find this all, as I keep saying, terribly disturbing. We're going to look at this. We're going to ask with the Deviant Moon Tarot, how desperate is Meghan for relevance, that she has to pump out stories like this, ridiculous stories, but disturbing stories. How obsessed is she with Charlotte at this point? We're going to ask the tarot about that. And we're going to ask how concerned the Waleses are about this latest twist. It's been quite a week for them, hasn't it? From such a high at Wimbledon to such lows. And we're going to ask where this is heading. We need to find out, and we will ask the tarot soon, where Harry and Meghan are heading in terms of their behaviour. It seems to be escalating or spiralling or whatever, in my opinion. And of course, this is just my opinion. It is just tarot for fun and entertainment. All my opinion, all speculation. I just read energy here, and disclaimer in the box below. Some interesting cards shooting out here, but let's put them back, and I'm going to shuffle one more time. Apparently I need to do that, and then we are going to get to it. 5-card reading, lots of chat, only 5 cards. Trying to keep it short and sweet. Short and sweet today, relatively. Party is over next door. It escalated to super loud and then all over. And as a quiet and very cold outside. Could also have stopped the party. The Lovers, all right? We have the Lovers as the underlying energy. It's Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, the pair who are driving all of this PR, who are desperate to be seen as relevant, powerful, royal, important, all of that. Lovers can become quite obsessive as well. Never thought that when I have seen this card. Not until now. And yes, I can show you this. This is the Hermit that's next to it. It's a bit of a nasty little card, sort of little troll. It's in reverse. I'm going to put it there next to the Lovers. The control, the obsession, the undermining of that Hermit, who we know, of course, is Harry's energy in these readings, because that's the Virgo major arcana. So interesting little toxic setup there. This little 2-card reading on the relationship that's driving this behavior, in my opinion, of course, and all the allegedlys and speculations and blah blah. Heart of the two. Ooh, we've got Justice, and it's in reverse. Justice in reverse is injustice, unfairness, bad karma. It can even be illegality. It can be that kind of behavior. I'm not accusing Meghan of doing anything like that, but it's out of balance. It's the most obvious energy of the Justice card, is being even and balanced, and we have unbalanced behavior or energy in that card. We're dealing with, in my opinion, a toxic relationship, even an obsessive relationship that has undermined Harry, that has turned him into his negative, into his shadow self. Over here, our little 2-card reading. And then we have that, it's kind of stalker mentality, because it's unbalanced energy, the Justice card in reverse. Upright justice is beauty and equality and fairness and all of those lovely Libran qualities. It's in reverse. Beauty that has become tarnished. The value of that has become obsessive and difficult. And we have a young girl, and the reason why I'm focusing on the beauty energy that's coming through Libra in the Justice card is because we have a young girl who's just beginning to bloom, and it's evident to everyone. And someone, in my opinion, in Montecito, cannot stand it. And I have no idea what Lily looks like, because none of us have any idea what Lily looks like, but God help her if she is not blooming into an extraordinarily beautiful girl, in my opinion. But we have, as I say, something a little bit unhinged in that energy, threatened by this blossoming of this young girl. I find this very disturbing. I have to remind you that this is an energy reading, and this is my opinion and my opinion only. So how desperate is Meghan for relevance right now? Royal adjacency. Right now we got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, that's her. It's her energy. They've both shown up. The Lovers. His card, Hermit, in reverse. Her card, Queen of Wands, fire sign woman, in reverse. All about attention when it's in reverse. We'll do anything for attention. Will be extra angry and dramatic if she doesn't get enough attention, if she doesn't get enough fuel. Notice, she wants attention. She gets it every day. She posts those ridiculous things on Instagram every day, that inedible food, the wine, the flower sprinkles, all that silliness. She wants to be at Wimbledon. She wants to clear out the stand like she did that infamous occasion when she took along her 2 friends, cleared the whole stand, accused someone of trying to take photos of her. He was trying to take a selfie, poor man. She looked like she was rather in an altered state that day. The friends seemed to be propping her up and clutching her and sort of preventing even more extraordinarily bad behavior. There it is, Queen of Wands in reverse. Let's get to the obsession energy now. How obsessed is she with poor Princess Charlotte? What's going on there? What's going on there? Ooh, you don't like to see that card. The High Priestess, and it's in reverse. That is a very, very, very disturbing card. High Priestess often shows up for Meghan. It's secrets and it's mysteries and initiations, and can even represent, and I have to choose my words carefully and say that I'm talking in general terms here in tarot, it can represent things like the occult and mystery schools and sort of charms and incantations and things like that, because it's the channel between down here and up there, the High Priestess. It's very much about using unseen energy or having access to it to conjure. Okay, that is the general energy of the card. I need to make that very clear. I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything. But it's there, and it's there in reverse. And in reverse, it's the more malevolent energy that is being channeled through. So it's about someone really filled with resentment, filled with negative intentions towards someone else. Being quite fixated, I would say. Again, my opinion, energy reading. We've got some huge cards here. Major Arcana, and a Queen. And disturbing energy for me as an energy reader, but of course I leave you to form your own opinions about what's going on. I'm speculating about what's going on. Let's have a look at the Prince and Princess of Wales and how they might feel about this. Are they worried? Are they disturbed? Are they doing yeah, it was inevitable that card showed up. It really was. The Devil. If you're listening and not watching, they see it, they know it, they understand it. The Devil is about obsession and addiction and toxicity and lying and cruelty and malevolence, and a situation that is very difficult to leave, very difficult to get away from. You're chained to the Devil. Unfortunately for them, it's there. They know it. I've got some very disturbing cards on this tarot table. They are hyper aware of the possible danger that this obsession poses. Potential danger. Hyper aware of it. And again, all opinion, all speculation. Tarot. For fun and entertainment. Where is this heading? This very disturbing energy. Where is it heading? And we got the Six of Wands, and it's in reverse. It's the failure card, the Six of Wands. That's for Meghan. She's not going to succeed at whatever she's trying to do. If she's trying to reinsert herself into the royal family, into the royal narrative, and she's trying very hard at the moment, she's going to fail. Okay, there's going to be no triumphal return to being a working royal, even a remote working royal in California, which is probably her primary goal at this point. There's no chance of that. But there's something more interesting for me in that Six of Wands, because it's a card of ego when it's upright even. It's a showing off card. Look at me, aren't I great? In reverse, it's extra ego, narcissism, and narcissistic injury. You could read into that. Again, speculating, not diagnosing. I'm not in the personal capacity to diagnose. I don't have the skills and qualifications to diagnose. But it shows me that her sense of self is going to be injured very badly by trying to do this. Sitting under the Queen of Wands in reverse, this is not going to go well for her. Comparing herself to a young girl who is so much better suited to royal life because she's been brought up from it from day one. Whereas Meghan tried to insert herself into it in her mid-30s, into royal life, without bothering to listen, learn, wait, take advice from people who could have helped her into the situation. And she failed, and she's going to fail again. She's going to fail in trying to compare herself to this young girl who is going to be a sensation, I should imagine, as she grows up, as she gets a little bit older. It's going to become more and more painful for Meghan to witness, and really not going to cope. There's a hint in that Six of Wands in reverse of some kind of breakdown, some kind of let's call it a breakdown. Let's not go further than that. Some kind of collapse. So, moral of the story: find your own way in life. Do your own thing. Become your own person. Don't try and be everyone else. And that's the reading. Sorry if it was disturbing. Super, super disturbing for me as an energy reader. And okay. Back again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.